Hello and welcome back to the SovrenFx YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna go over the best scalping entries. So in my entries I have around 3 maximum entries. Okay, so you have to learn how to differentiate setups and entries. I've talked about price setups in the previous videos, and today I'm going to go over entries. Okay, so here's what entries actually are. So I'm going to use setups so that setups determine entries. I'm not going to actually teach the entries but show you what type of entries I get into. Hope that is understood. So first and foremost, price made a high. So I'm going to go over examples. Today I don't want to make this video so long. So here's price made a high, and as you know, this type of setup, price makes a high, there's 80% chance price retests this high. That's just how the market moves in waves. So there's high, higher, low, high. Simple. Okay, so here's what we do. When support is formed, this is now our setup, but our entry, depending on the type of risk, whether it's static or dynamic risk. So if it's dynamic risk, say we want to enter 2% dynamic risk, I'll enter 1% over here. When price comes back to tap our support, I'll enter 1% here, and the other percent as the price flips, and the other one if I'm using 3% as the price breaks the high. These are riskier entries, but the stop loss will always be below the previous candle. Okay, so don't worry, this is the daily candle, but this applies to all time frames, whether it's the daily, whether it's the hourly, 4 hours, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, they all work. Okay, so that is the first type of entry. Actually, I've gone over 3 entries, but the best entry of scalping is when price makes a lower wick to grab liquidity, then breaks the previous high. These are one of my favorite entries. So here I'll execute a buy with my stop loss below the current candle, and my take profit being the high that was created. Simple as that. Okay, so depending on the size of the wick, that's how you're going to determine your entry type. So here our wick was a bit small, so you're going to enter as it breaks the previous high. But let me look for a situation where our wick was actually longer. So if you see, before we saw what was going on in the markets, let me remove this and this. So before we saw what was happening, we had our level marked up around here for resistance. And what do we do while at resistance? Price either rejects or breaks. So in this situation, price broke above, and when price broke above, we enter on the next candle. But as you can see, this candle made a steeper wick, and if a candle makes a steeper wick, the second entry comes in. So we're going to have an entry at the flip of the candle. So that is the second type of entry. So this one, you're going to look at the size of the wick and how deep it pulls back before it flips. Also, a word of caution, never enter a trade if you haven't seen a bottom or a top wick. If it's a buy, always wait for a bottom wick. If it's a sell, always wait for a top wick. Those are just my rules, and those work for me so far. Okay, so as we finalize, here is my last scalping entry. Let me remove these drawings. So how will I enter while price is breaking the highs of the previous candles? So this is rather a mixture of the two. Okay, so not a mixture actually, but this comes with experience. I don't recommend other new traders to execute on this type of setup, but it comes with experience. This is where intuition comes into play. So when price makes a bottom wick, As you can see, price wasn't able to break this level, and there are multiple wicks around this area. As price begins to reject, here's going to be your first entry. Okay, so let me use a better rate. Okay, so as price pulls back and fails to break this and is rejecting, here you enter your first trade, and you're going to juice this whole move to the upside. Okay, without further ado, let me end the video there. And those are the 3 types of scalping entries I use. This could go on for the 4 hours, I mean 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15. It's best executed at the 30 minutes, but that's just for me. Okay, if you want a video on the types of setups, you could write it in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to work on it. See you next time.